Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. I know it's been a little bit, and I know I say that a lot, but it's a 67 Camaro video tonight. Haven't done much for a few weeks, but you know, things will get done. Don't know if you guys remember that we finally have these lines pretty close. I have work to do right here, and once again, gotta do some welding there. And this one is actually not too bad. Got a little cleanup on this door edge here. But outside of that, I'm pretty happy. And everything there is looking good. Okay. And then, now it's not bolted down or anything, but I do have the spoiler sitting on here. You can see that's pretty nicely lined. And it's weird because the coloring, it sure looks like there's this giant gap here, but there actually isn't. But it sure feels like there is. It's no different than over here. It's just the way the light hits it. So you can feel it. Feels good. A little right there, but that'll come out when we're block sanding. So I'm going to come up with a plan to address this. Ideally, I would remove all of that metal so that I could pop this fender on and off. But it might be just as easy to pull the door. I don't know. Let me think on that for a minute. Chop Dog's chilling. This may or may not be a mistake, but this is the way I've decided to address this. I now have marked how much I want to remove. And you can see, remember, we'd been grinding before. So this is the first time I've been able to really get in here. So we'll make that look really pretty. But also, I can finish this as well and make that look a little nicer. So we'll see how much fun it is hanging the door back on. But if I don't have to move this, that really would be nice right now. So, yeah, and this structure here, all of this is why trying to change that line was just not even realistic. You look at all that, it's pretty crazy. So, guess we'll do a little grinding, a little pounding, and we'll get out the welder. And as we've seen in the past, you just do little stitches. So I split all of that with the grinder back, left the inside, clamped it with some cute little vice grips there. And now I'm just tacking that edge, and as soon as that's pretty solid, then I'll grind it smooth. You know, the same thing we've been doing everywhere. Alright, this is starting to look pretty reasonable. You can see there was a split in here too, so we had to build all that up. And this is starting to look like the curve I originally wanted. And you'll note I still have the fold because we cut that all back and now we've stitched it back together. That adds strength. And there are a few dings and hammer marks here, but those will come out in the mudding. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. I also did a little cleanup over here. I've got one more thing I want to do inside here, and then I'm going to rehang that door, and let's see how bad this went. And let's find out if this was a terrible idea. Okay, I just got the door on. I haven't done a lot of fine adjusting. I just put it on where it was, as close as I could. And okay, remember, got to build that up. I know I mention it all the time. And hopefully this is all in frame. Okay, gets a little pinchy there. And it feels like the door actually has to come up just a wee bit. Let's look down here. Yeah. So I'm pretty close. I just got to bring the door up. So, be right back. Okay, I just moved it up. It's a little better, it looks like. So we still got our nice spot there. And we're still happy here. But how are we down here? It's in there. It's just pinchy-ish. One spot I don't really like. Which means the door's got to come up just a tiny, tiny bit. Which means this is probably going to hit when I do this. It's actually not bad. Okay. Huh. Alright, we'll be back in another minute. Okay. You can see here, I've added a visual aid for both myself and for you. That's pretty flat. I'm going to be able to work with that. You can see here, pretty good. Remember, there's a curve here, and that follows it. I'm pretty close here. Now, remember, this Coke bottle's out immediately after the door, so I can't go very deep. This is the area I have to build up. As you can see, as we come down, looks pretty good down the rocker. Yeah, while the door was off, I guess I forgot to show you, but I also corrected this area as well. There. I only had a few hours today, but I think I've accomplished something that I really needed to take care of. I'm feeling much, much better about this. So, we'll just keep plugging away. Got the other door. Before we get back to... Oh, God, I got to do a lot of sanding before we can prime. But before that, I may visit this just a little more. I think I'm going to start back here and arch it just a tiny bit more. And I've still got to deal with this high point here, this high point here. This one's been dealt with. I knocked those in. This will get built up. And I've got two high points here that both still need knocked in. And I thought there was... Yeah, that one's not high anymore. Thought there was one more over here. Anyway, when I get back to that, we'll deal with that. And then over here, you can see we're pretty close. I've got a little more folding to do here when this door is off, because that works so well. That's how we're going to finish it. This one doesn't have as much to do. It really is. I just want to make this corner prettier. And I wouldn't mind making it just a hair less pinchy right there. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's not tonight's job. Then as soon as I'm happy with the doors and the deck lid, we will pull the old grill out and pull the bumper off. Get the headlight doors out of there. Get that valance off. Finish that weld and grind in here. And... yeah. But before the hood comes off, I know I wanted to do just a tiny bit more work right here. We're well within mudding range, but I think, you know, in for a penny, in for 3,000 pounds at this point. Might as well go for it. Yeah, pretty happy. The fact that I'm so much more willing to smash the metal and move it around has made problems like that a little easier to deal with. So... ShopDog says, thanks for your patience. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. And, yeah, it sounds like Mama's home. He's going to go in and get his cookie. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.